welcome tonight, this evening. I'm very excited to having you all here. The Women in IT group has an objective to build a strong network of professional women here in Toronto. And we want to learn from executives, from other women about their challenges, opportunities, and we want to have the opportunity to inspire other women to build strong connections in the technology area. I have the pleasure to have Iliana Oris. She is co-founder of ColliderX, and she will be delivering the presentation. So thank you so much, Iliana. Please.
All right, is everyone sufficiently caffeinated this evening? Okay, good. Is everyone clear-headed and ready to learn and perhaps keep track of the questions you may have for the panel at the end of today's session? Okay, great. So we'll get started. How many of you have heard of Bitcoin? Okay, wonderful. How many of you have a Bitcoin wallet? Okay, 2 hands. Sounds good. Hopefully by the end of tonight, we'll be able to have all of the hands in the room go up. So in terms of my journey, a lot of this was already covered in the bio. I was previously over at Deloitte. I'm actually a chartered accountant by training, and I'm often asked, how on earth did you end up in the blockchain space, working with some of the most technical topics out there, with some of the most technically minded individuals? Well, and we'll talk about this over the course of today's session, you really do need a variety of skills at the table in order to make any sort of technology work, so both the strategists and the technologists. The intention is really to explain what is blockchain in simple layman's terms and help you convey that to your respective organizations and help you wrap your head around how this might impact what you end up doing as far as your own personal careers go. To do that, we will talk about what's happening in the overall marketplace, and then we'll talk about some of the career opportunities before opening it up for questions. In terms of what is the hype? A couple of years ago, when I first stumbled into the Bitcoin space in 2012, there were very few articles available that were geared towards a business audience that you could read and understand, and that wasn't a very technical white paper where you'd find yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to decipher. But over the course of the past couple of years, in 2014 and 2015 in particular, this started to become a topic of interest to senior executives across industries.
How is Bitcoin? How do you think is Bitcoin helping in Venezuela? As like you mentioned, a part, but maybe you can give us a bigger opinion. And can it be used to boost other recessions throughout nations?
Thank you. Yes, like Iliana already mentioned, Bitcoin had a point in Venezuela where everybody started, when the inflation rate got to 700%, and there is no ability to convert into any foreign exchange in the country. Since the past 10 years, we've been going through the black market to convert into any other currency. And our currency is more or less some sort of a monopoly kind of money, worth nothing. So yes, a lot of Venezuelans turn into Bitcoin, and that's why the prices have been picking up and down with Venezuelans from one year to another, from 400 users to 85,000.
So a funny anecdote to share with the group. At the Deloitte office, we had a Bitcoin ATM installed on the 2nd floor that was publicly accessible. We got the Bitcoin ATM in September of 2016. When we got the Bitcoin ATM, the price of Bitcoin was hovering around $700 Canadian. And by the time that this specific story occurred, it was April of 2017 when the price of Bitcoin was several times that. I was walking into the office and waiting for the elevator when I heard somebody use the words ether and price, and my ears automatically just perked up. I'm like, ooh, someone's talking about blockchain. Who is this? Let me see. And I turn around and I realized it was the security guards in our building. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But in terms of exposure, they were there every single day, walking by this new oddity of a machine 4, 5, 6 times every couple of hours, and seeing the price on the screen continue to rise in value. And so they took it upon themselves to try to learn. And because they had so many people coming to the machine and asking them questions, because they're the closest person there, they're like, we don't know what the answer is. You can either call the number listed, on the machine support list, or maybe we should go do some research so we can answer these questions more knowledgeably. And sure enough, the exposure to Bitcoin obviously led to interest in Ethereum, led to interest in other cryptocurrencies, and now you have these security guards that have, that have a full portfolio of crypto assets. So.
Great. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, reading something about there's a new position, which is Chief Marketing Technologist. I'm like, what's that about? Which means nowadays, if you are in the marketing field, you need to know technology, right? Social media. So actually, which means for lots of women, if you have a business degree, it's actually easier for you to transition, to go into a different position like Chief Marketing Technologist, because you don't have to be the expert. You talk to the IT people, but you know business actually. You're more like I don't want to say translator, but the position you strategist, right? So I think for that, it's actually what's high in demand now. Actually, our group is actually recruiting more people who are not lawyers. Just tells you as a law firm, we are changing, we are so traditional, conventional. If we are changing, everything's changing actually.
Okay. So Carolina Peroso.
Carolina Peroso. Don't look.
Michelle, Cynthia Ortiz.
Oh, Cynthia. Hey.